G'day and welcome to Outback Gold Fever. Chrissy and I travel full time across the goldfields of Australia in the hunt for gold nuggets. Join us today as we head north into the Murchison goldfields of Western Australia. We've just picked up our new Nugget Finder Z-Search coils and we can't wait to test them out on an old patch. If you like today's episode, you can let us know by hitting that like button. Stay safe and happy hunting. Most of these towns are gold rush towns which had a thriving population during their respective discovery periods, but have now dwindled to a very small population. They're about 200 kilometres apart on a well-maintained highway. Just keep an eye out for the trucks with the oversized loads that frequently deliver equipment to the mines throughout the state. Coming into Leonora, it's great to go out to Gwalia. They've got the Gwalia town site out there, which is abandoned, but they've restored a lot of the buildings to their original glory, and it is definitely well worth a look to head out there. There's also the Sons of Gwalia mine, which was once managed by Herbert Hoover, who went on to become the 31st President of the United States of America. We're just coming into Leonora now, and here's the water fill-up point right here at this little bit of a tourist information stop. You'll find a tap right at the end here. And you can get your drinking water there. They've got a dump point here, just down from the fill-up point, which is just over there. We're just travelling through Leonora now. Leonora is actually a pretty nice little town. It's got some great friendly people we've found, and it's got a general store and a couple of service stations and a caravan park, but yeah, there has been some thefts reported from the local caravan park lately, so yeah, just a reminder to make sure you lock everything up and keep everything secure. Some very nice hotels here as well, and like I said, very friendly people here. It's a great little place to stop for a while. Yeah, not too many Peterbilts in Australia, but yeah, it's a nice looking truck, that one.
So this is an emergency airstrip for the Royal Flying Doctors. The Royal Flying Doctors really play an important role out in these areas here because it's so remote and it's just a lot quicker in a plane to get help. If there's an emergency in the area, they use the highway here to land their planes because they are the only sealed roads around. Yeah, this spot here was only a short overnighter. This track we came in on basically followed an old fence line. Unfortunately, where the fence line crosses the road, they put up a grid. So every time a road train crosses this grid, I don't know how many wheels go across it, but yeah, it is quite noisy. So we had to put up with quite a bit of noise last night. Note to myself, excuse me, that was a fly, but yeah, that went down already. We're keen to go back on the road. It's quite hot, the flies are horrendous, and I'm looking forward to the air conditioning in my car, to be honest. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we're just coming into Sandstone now. Not really too much here at Sandstone. They've got a great pub and a petrol outlet, a nursing post, and a post office, and that's pretty much it. It's a pretty small community here. They do have a caravan park, and the water fill-up point is opposite the council chambers. Yeah, you'll find that there's not too many streets in Sandstone. Yeah, copy oversize. Yeah, we're going to come around you, mate. You should have plenty of room to come around, Chrissy. The IGA there, and the Grand Hotel. Hardware store, post office, and they got a good service station up here as well. Okay, this is the big town of Kew. There's not much going on here in Kew, same kind of thing, service station, pub, and there's a water fill-up point just there on the left.
We just filled up our water in Kew, so we've got just over 200 litres of water at the moment. We'll head out to the spot we've got in mind. glad we finally left the Kalgoorlie area and are roughly about 1,000 kilometers north of Kalgoorlie now. In an area where we've picked up gold before. This area is so massive and so big. As usual, it's impossible to cover it all, and the nuggets are far and few between. But we are back here this year with new toys. We are swinging our Minelab GPZ 7000 with a 12-inch Nugget Finder coil. The Z-Search coils just came out recently, and we are very, very happy to have these and give them a test run out here. Hopefully you will find some gold with them.
So while I'm putting that coil on, I might as well show you how to change the coil on the GPZ 7000. Okay, the first thing I usually do is I take the battery out. That's always a safer option. Then I come down here, make sure the shaft is pushed all the way in. This clip here, just open that clip up there. That releases the coil from the shaft there. The armrest here, you've got a little release for the lock. So you just pull that up there, and then you can push the armrest out of the way. Yeah, so this little lever here, you just need to push that down that way and then push this part of the control box back. So yeah, just pull it all the way back just till it clips in there. And what we've done now is we've exposed those two leads into the control box there, and this large one here, that is the coil lead. So you just want to undo that one there. I usually undo it till it hits the rubber part of the plug here, and then I just pull the plug back a little bit and then just undo it some more, pull the plug back, undo it some more, until it comes all the way out. So all we really need to do now is just pull that coil out. So just give it a bit of a wiggle and pull on it, and just make sure that the lead's coming down. If the lead's not coming down, just go back up to the other end and just make sure that you feed it down the hole a little bit. So then it comes out like that. So that's the Minelab GPZ 14 coil off, and we're going to put that Nugget Finder 12-inch on. One of the advantages of the new Nugget Finder coil is it's a lot lighter than the 14-inch that comes on the 7000. That should be a lot easier on the shoulder and the arm, and I'm really looking forward to having this coil on. All we need to do now is just reverse that process and fit the new coil. Just there is an arrow on the plug, and that goes towards the top. And then do up that nut. Just be sure you don't cross thread that one. Do that up a little bit. Push the plug in until it's all the way tight. No need to over tighten that one at all. Now this back part here, it just pushes back in. Push your armrest back into the place, and then push down that locking bar there. Extend your shaft, fire him up, and you're ready to go. So it's pretty quick and easy to change the coil on the GPZ 7000. We're in an area where last year Chrissy found a nice little patch not too far from where we are right now. It was just such a large area we couldn't cover all the ground last time we were here, so yeah, very keen to give this new coil a swing. We'll let you know how it goes.
I've been detecting for a little while already. The camp is not far through that tree back there. As soon as I put the new coil on the detector and I lifted the detector off the tailgate, I could realize straight away the weight difference. This coil here, I think it's about 300 grams lighter than the standard Minelab 14-inch coil that comes with the detector. So that's going to be a big bonus. We walk around all day long swinging these heavy machines, and a few hundred grams less on your arm definitely makes a difference. I already adjusted my bungee cord here. Usually I have my hook further down low, because of the weight of the 14-inch coil that used to be on there. Well, that's a good sign. Less weight already. It should give us more energy to dig more holes, I suppose.
We were here last year and we picked up a few pieces. Chrissy actually managed to patch a little patch here last year, so we thought we'd come back. We've just picked up the new Nugget Finder 12-inch coils, and we thought we'd give them a test out on this old patch here. We didn't spend a lot of time afterwards after we found the patch. This is a very large area, and yeah, we'd already done a bit of exploring, and we found this little patch towards the end of our visit here. So back this year, I've just walked straight down to the patch area. I've detected my way down, and I haven't picked up anything along the way, but I'm pretty sure this is the spot where she got the little patch, and as soon as I've walked on it, I've actually got a signal here. I'll give you a listen. Yeah, I'm going going to jump right out there and say that that is gold. I'm pretty sure this is the patch area right here, and that's a pretty good signal. That sounds nice coming from that coil as well. That was a pretty definite signal there, even with those few rocks in the way there. So we'll give that a dig, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be gold. So I'd say I'm going to have my first piece of gold here. Yeah, that's sounding pretty good. Okay, there it is. It's the first bit of gold for the new coil, and yeah, I've got dirt on my coil now too. Look. Yeah, that's a nice little piece of gold to pick up. I only walked about 400 metres from camp to this patch. We tried to camp as close as we could without actually camping on it. Straight away I have picked up this nice little piece here. Probably going to be only a 0.2, but it is fairly rough, and yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a few more of these around for this coil to pick up. Yeah, that's a nice piece. I've just started out on my usual settings of high yield, difficult, and sensitivity on 18. It might just change back to normal and see how it goes, seeing how I'm on Chrissy's patch here. Thanks, Chrissy.
After years and years of swinging the GPZ with a 14-inch round, the standard coil, I can definitely notice a weight difference. It's actually quite funny because when I swing the detector with the lighter coil, I'm still a bit clumsy because I'm not used to not having that much weight on the bottom of the detector. So I detected my way down this rocky outcrop here because I thought it's good looking shallow ground, and I've got a signal just down in there. That's a definite signal, and it doesn't sound like a surface target. I'm curious what it is. I'll dig it out. It only took one dig and the target is out of the hole already. I'll see what it is. Could be a piece of gold. It's actually a nugget. First one for the area. First one with the Nugget Finder coil, and this is about 0.5 gram. Oh, more than happy with this one. So that's a good sign. Our new coils seem to be working. Not that I was concerned, but yeah, this is the proof. I'll plot this into my GPS, and then I'll definitely have a closer look around here, see if I can pick up any more targets.
It sounds like I've got my second target here in Chrissy's old patch here. I just checked the GPS, and the mark that she gave me is basically right there somewhere. She found a piece, and just over there you can see where I dug that last piece. Definitely in the right area here, and I'll give you a listen to this one. It's a pretty good signal. I don't think that one's going to be terribly big or terribly deep, but I'm sure that's going to be a piece of gold. Yeah, it was a piece of gold, probably again only about that 0.2, might even go like 0.18 or something like that, but yeah, it's a piece of gold, again a nice little rough piece. So yeah, they haven't really travelled far from here, so I think I'll concentrate just in this area, and I'll see what Chrissy missed, and see how this new 12-inch coil goes.
Now I've got a maybe signal here. It's just up from where I got that 0.5 grammer. Have a listen to this one. There's not much there, but purposely I haven't scraped the surface yet. So that'll be my next step. I'll just remove the top layer of rocks and see what it sounds like then. That's an old detector hole just there. Yeah, the signal is definitely coming off this ironstone rock here. I'll just smash it in half, see what it looks like inside, but I don't think it's going to be gold. I think it's a hot rock. There you go. That's just a hot rock. Looks like a hot rock to me anyway.
Okay, I just worked my way upslope from the where I got those couple of pieces on Chrissy's patch there, and I didn't find anything, so I started making my way on an angle down the slope to further up the stream. There's a side gully coming in where Chrissy just found a piece of gold, so I'm going to go have a look at the confluence of where those two creeks come together. But yeah, on my way there I got a bit of a signal, and it's a bit iffy, this one. I'll give you a bit of a listen. Yeah, so it's a pretty sharp signal one way and barely nothing the other way, so yeah, so it's going to be a bit of hot rock or a bit of hot ground there, but I'll give a bit of a boot scrape and see if it improves. I'll give it a bit more of a dig and we'll see if that improves at all. Yeah, I think it's just going to be a hot rock there, but we'll just check anyway. Yeah, okay, there's the culprit there. We'll give it a bit of a smash open and just make sure there's nothing inside of it, but I would just say it's going to be a hot rock there. Yeah, that's what it is, it's a hot rock. You can see it's pretty black and decomposed, like rusty iron in there. Now we'll keep swinging.
I've got a signal here. I'm going to give this one a dig. It actually sounds quite promising. It could still be a hot rock, or it could be a target down deep. And so far in this area we haven't picked up any rubbish, so fingers crossed there could be a nugget in there. I'm really glad I heard it. I almost walked past it. And that's what a nugget sounds like. Yeah, I'm excited there's actually a signal there. And yeah, I'm very, very optimistic here. It might be a nice piece of gold. I'll dig it out. Got it. Here it is. It's gold. There you go. How good. I'd say that's close to half a gram again. So very good, awesome. And that one was only hard to hear, so I'm wondering if I would have heard that with my standard 14-inch coil. But we'll do a test on a different day. For the moment I'm just excited. I'm picking up gold again finally.
Okay, I've been for a walk up the slope there and back down onto the creek and back down along the creek bank. I've made it back to the spot where I've just found those two pieces, and of course I've got a signal probably a little bit over a metre away from the last one. There's where I just got that last piece just there, and I've just got a nice signal here. I'll give you a listen to this. That sounds awesome. That's going to be a piece of gold for sure. It sounds like it's a little bit deeper, that one. Fingers crossed there, but yeah, that does sound very promising. We'll give that one a dig for sure. I expect that one's still going to be in the hole by the sounds of it, but we'll have a listen. Okay, I'm a little surprised it's out of the hole already, but yeah, that does sound really sweet. I hope that's a good nugget. There it is, a very nice little piece there. It's probably a gram piece, that one. I was expecting it to be a little bit deeper with that response I got there. Probably 1.2 meters, 4 feet away from that other hole. So yeah, very nice. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to chain this area to make sure we pick up all these pieces. Yeah, that's a nice little piece of gold, you beauty.
I'm just trying to work my way slowly back to the camp, and on the way back I found a few shady bushes here, so I decided to have a little bit of a detect in between those, and I've got a signal here. It's a very interesting one. It's a definite signal, and yeah, so far the only targets that I had were hot rocks and gold. So let's see what it is. I'm a bit worried to get overexcited here before I'm digging it out, but I am. It should be gold, and yeah, it's pretty loud, so I'll keep on digging. Big quartz rock. Oh, it's out. Pretty big and noisy, whatever it is. Oh, oh. Unreal, it's a nugget. Boy, have a look at this one. That's a few grams. How awesome is that? And I was just gonna go back for lunch. I've got sweat in my eyes, I can't really see, it's hot, the flies are just annoying, but I don't really care anymore. It's a good nugget. That's a good sized nugget. I'm thinking that's probably 3 grams easily. Oh, how good. I'm very, very happy with this. And of course with my new Nugget Finder Z-Search coil. I'll plot in the waypoint and then I'll look for a few more shady areas around here. Then I'm gonna head back for lunch finally.
Yeah, just filled my hole in there and I've swung the coil back over the hole, and yeah, there's another piece there. It's either come out of the same hole there, might be into the spoils there, or it might be right next to it. I'll give you a listen. It might have been out of the same hole there. I'll just drag a bit of that back out and check it again. No, I think I'm going to have to dig for that one. So yeah, it definitely sounds like gold, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a piece of gold right next to that other one just there. So you beauty, we'll give it a dig. Yeah, that's starting to sound really good now. I'm starting to get very excited about that one. I thought I was chasing it around there for a little bit, but I think it's just a little bit deeper. So yeah, still learning to pinpoint with this new coil, but yeah, we'll get there. So I think I've dropped it onto the coil there. It sounded pretty good. It's a another tiny bit. That's probably 0.3 of a gram, that one there. I'm definitely going to swing the coil back over the pole there, because I don't know whether that was making all that racket there. But yeah, very sensitive if it was, but we'll check the coil, check the pole again, and just make sure there's nothing else in there. Well, that was it. Just that 0.3 there. It made quite a racket, which is yeah, pretty impressive for that coil. Yeah, very good. That new Nugget Finder coil has already picked me up 3 pieces. Yeah, that one was quite loud for the size of it and the depth. So yeah, very happy about that. You beauty. Yeah, we managed to do pretty good with the new coil. I was pretty impressed with it. It was definitely lighter straight up, putting that on there, and you felt the difference straight away. So yeah, it's definitely going to be an advantage having that lighter coil and probably being able to swing it all day. I also reckon that it actually ran a little bit quieter. I just ran the same settings as I usually would, so I just wanted a direct comparison. I'm sure I could fine tune that to suit that coil a little bit better. All I wanted to do was just use those same settings. On that area that Chrissy's been over before, I was pretty impressed with what I got today. It was a good result for me.
We only went detecting today for a few hours because we are a fair way further north and it got hot very soon. But straight away I noticed the coil is so much lighter and the whole detector is just so much easier to swing in general, and it's a lot easier to even get under the branches, under the trees. The coil found us both gold today, and yeah, I think we are very happy with the results, and I can't wait to see the results on the scales.
Yeah, I think the biggest advantage is going to be is because that coil is lighter and smaller as well. So yeah, getting in amongst the bushes, and also yeah, once you've got a lot of trees and low hanging bushes and you really want to get the shaft out straight and put it underneath the bushes, that's when we're really going to notice it. And it's definitely going to make a big difference, I think, once we get into those areas where the smaller coil is going to fit more areas, and where you're really checking under a lot of bushes, low hanging bushes, that coil is just going to be so much better.
I agree, yeah. Just thinking about the steep banks up in the Pilbara, that'll be the good place to swing a lighter coil. I think we can say we had an awesome day out there. We both found gold.
I was over Chrissy's spot and just checking what she missed, and yeah, I managed to pick up those 4 pieces 5 meters from the GPS position that she gave me. She probably does leave something, but she doesn't leave much.
Well, I'm glad you found gold there anyway.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
Thanks for the waypoint.
No worries, anytime.
Let's put that stuff on the scales now and see what we actually got for the day. I managed those 4 pieces. Very rough looking pieces. Yeah, I don't think they've travelled very far at all, but we'll put them on the scales, see what that weighed up. That first one there, yeah, I thought it was going to be about 1 gram. Oh, 1.5, yeah, 1.5 grams. Yeah, that's a nice piece actually, yeah. Very happy with that, and I'll put the total on. $2.12, yeah, that's a pretty good day. Yeah, I really wasn't expecting that much from those 4 pieces, but yeah, 2.12 grams, and yeah, we probably did maybe 4 hours detecting today, because yeah, when we came back at lunch it was 40 degrees, bang on 40 degrees. Yeah, we just had an easy afternoon in camp and did a bit of editing, so very happy with those pieces. And well, I'll just tell you what the smallest one there weighed. Yeah, so 0.22 was the smallest one there today, so yeah, that's what I've picked up before with the 14. I've picked up down to 0.2 grams, so I was expecting that. Very much looking forward to getting back into some of those areas that we've found gold in before. Chrissy managed a few nice pieces there. Oh, she managed less pieces than me, but yeah, definitely a nice piece that she's found there. So yeah, we'll have a look at those now.
Yeah, your nuggets really match the condition of the nuggets that I found there before. They all were very, very rough, and I reckon the source is not too far away, and it's definitely worthwhile for us with the new coils to spend a little bit more time around that area.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I only wandered around just to have a bit of a go with that coil today, and yeah, I think we'll definitely have to chain that area to get the most out of it, yeah.
Might be the plan for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm absolutely happy with the result of today. I ended up with 3 nuggets. One of them was hard to hear, and I'm not sure if I would have heard it with the 14-inch standard coil, but I reckon we'll do a comparison in the future at some stage. So I'll start with the smallest one, and then I'll put the other ones on. We've got 0.6, 1.2, just over 5 grams.
Yeah,
Very
that's pretty
good.
Wow, 5 grams, yeah. So what was that bigger one at?
The bigger one, oh, almost 4 grams.
Yeah, wow, that's a chunker. Oh yeah, I didn't really think it was going to weigh that much. I thought it'd be lucky to be a couple of grams there, but yeah, almost 4. That's a solid piece, yeah, that is a solid piece. Mine were a bit holy and came out of the quartz there, so yeah, I don't think that was quite as heavy as that. I wasn't expecting that at all.
I think I estimated 3 grams just because, yeah, I could feel the weight in my hand. But yeah, 4 grams, that's an awesome nugget there, and yeah, there's got to be more around.
So yeah, that was a good day, and always great to find gold straight away with a new toy. Having that new coil today, the smile on my face grew a little bit larger during the day.
I'm definitely motivated to get out there again tomorrow and give it another go, because we know there is more gold here, and I'm keen to get back out there tomorrow. Hopefully a bit earlier, because yeah, the heat is just what slows us down.
The sun is slowly setting on another successful day gold prospecting. If you like what you've seen today, can you give us a thumbs up? It really helps the channel out. And thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
The Z-Search.
Can we get some Z shirts, thanks? Production, can we get some Z shirts?